Also, huge rumors of Metal Gear Solid 3 remake. Here we go, boys and girls. Not actual gameplay. Ooh, they're leading with Haven's new game. This is a studio that Sony was so impressed with that they ended up buying the studio when they saw what they were up to.
Seems like everyone does these days. It's simple. Too much money and too much power is held by just a few people. And it's only getting worse. So,
Interesting.
we decided to do something about it. Let's go.
So they made like a Fortnite style game. That's what I'm getting out of this. It looks pretty sick. It looks kind of Payday, kind of Grand Theft Auto, and kind of Fortnite. Fair game. Will it be fair? Or will it be pay to win? That's the question. Show me what you've got.
Hi everyone, I'm Jim Ryan, President and CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment.
You certainly are, Jim.
I'm delighted to be here today to introduce what's next for PlayStation 5. We're now into the third year of the life cycle of PS5, and we've been fortunate to have so many fan-favorite titles released on the platform. What's even more exciting is that developers are just scratching the surface of what's possible with the gaming experiences that they create.
Yeah, because they've been doing cross-gen.
Today, we'll get a glimpse into some of the most breathtaking and imaginative content that will be coming to PS5 and PlayStation VR.
Give me those exclusives.
And now,
next-gen
what
exclusives.
you've all been waiting for. Enjoy the show.
No handicapping a game so it works on PS4. Get that out of here. It's Phase 2.
Super Earth.
It's time to see the real deal.
Home.
Super
Our
Earth.
way of life. But freedom doesn't come free.
They're not 100% done with PS4 hardware, but they are transitioning to making actual PS5 exclusives,
Look familiar?
which they haven't done much of
Scenes
yet.
like these are happening all over the galaxy right now. And you could be next. That is, unless you make the most important decision of your life.
Is this Starship
Prove to
Troopers?
yourself that you have the strength and the courage to be free.
Or is it,
Join the Helldivers.
Oh, this is the new Helldivers game. We've heard a lot of rumors about this coming. The old one was a top-down, twin-stick shooter.
Experience true
This
freedom.
one's supposed to be more of a third-person cooperative shooter.
The freedom to travel the galaxy and secure the resources we need to build a better tomorrow.
Does look pretty sick.
The freedom to encounter fascinating life forms and introduce them to our sophisticated technology. The freedom to make new friends and represent the best of what Super Earth has to offer. Become part of an elite peacekeeping force and work together to spread prosperity, liberty, and democracy.
Actually, it looks pretty good.
Become part of something larger than yourself. Become a hero.
I feel like the trailer is
Become
aping Starship
a legend.
Troopers a little too much,
Become a Helldiver.
but still looks
Becoming
pretty
a
sick.
Helldiver may result in decapitation or morbid occasion. Not all Helldivers survive.
I'm down. The first one was fun. It just wore out its welcome a bit. It got kind of repetitive. But this one looks like it has a bigger budget. Ooh, what is this?
Sir?
Ascendant Studios.
Follow, but do not engage.
EA Originals.
Maybe engage a little.
What is this? I'm not the biggest fan of first person. Every now and then a game's good enough to grab me, but
Nightblades have established a stronghold, and Kirkin seems to think you might not get me killed.
still looks pretty cool.
Jury's still out on that one.
It's like first person spell wielding rather than first person shooter.
Oh boy.
The last immortal.
Rosharnians haven't had enough yet?
We haven't given them enough yet.
Your men killed my family.
Did they?
Turn your back on me!
Well then. Looks very chaotic. In a Doom sort of way. Mortals of Avium. Yeah, I've heard of that one. I think this is the first full gameplay we've seen of that game, though. Alright, what else we got? 505. Looks interesting. I'm not 100% sure it would be my cup of tea. There's a lot going on. Ghost Runner 2. I think that's similar to Mirror's Edge. It's like a cyberpunk Mirror's Edge.
What's your plan? Knowing you have only 66 days to live.
What is this? Compression's a little bit rough on the YouTube video, but it still looks pretty.
Just run away. It won't make any difference at the end of the day. You
Looks
know
very
better than
Neo-esque.
anyone else that no one could escape.
I don't think it's the Neo devs, though. I think it's a different studio.
Everyone wears a mask. You too.
This is a real face.
He let you live? What secret did you sell him?
Looks pretty sick. The combat looks pretty gnarly, I'm not gonna lie. Dude, this looks awesome.
Going where? This damn place. You're suicidal.
Whenever I see a game like this, at first I'm a little hesitant. Because it's easy to just try and make a cheap knockoff, you know?
One last toast. And we're all done.
But the more I'm seeing here, this is no cheap knockoff, right? This is the real deal. This game looks really good. The swordplay just looks so interesting too. There's a lot of weapons clashing and parrying type stuff. But he's doing it so fluidly, you know? With multiple opponents. It's pretty wild.
Patience is the key, Master. Time is not on his side. All we have to do is wait. Yes. Let's kill him with time.
Kill him with time. Do it, you won't. Phantom Blade Zero.
What's your plan? Knowing you have only 66 days to live.
I don't know what this is, but I am so down.
Get my heart back.
It looks amazing. I was hesitant at first. It could have just been another Souls knockoff, you know? But the more I saw of it, there's just so many unique aspects to it. I'm excited about that one. What is this? Abzu the Pathless and Journey. He's a snowboarder? A sandboarder? Is it Cool Borders? It's the spin-off title of Hot Borders? Yeah, it's very similar to that album. It's like Journey with a snowboard, except on sand instead of snow. Yeah, I'm digging it. It's like almost Zelda in its art style. But not quite. Alright, break out the big guns. Show me something that really cooks.
A new world awaits you.
Does it?
Full of dangers and mysteries. Signs and wonders. Things that I, in my garden, could never have imagined.
Think of the world we could build if we believed in ourselves.
This looks interesting.
If we truly believed in what it means to be sentient. To face the universe without fear or delusion. Imagine vast cities full of life and light. great towers rising towards the sky. So much would be possible.
I know what this is.
If we believed.
Is this a mystery game?
If we
like
still had faith.
The Talos Principle 2. What's past is prologue. Interesting. I don't remember if I played the first one. But that one looks interesting. From the creator of Gree. Well, that's sad. Oh, it's the baby cub. Am I about to cry? Am I about to cry on stream? Never. Never. I have no idea what that game is. I have no idea what this game is. Cat Quest. Pirates of the Caribbean. Shoot me now. Shoot me now. I was gonna say at least it was a quick video. But they're still going! Okay. Okay. Spiderman? Oh, Square Enix. The Bouncer 2. Parasite Eve 4. What in the world? What are you doing, Square? Oh god. I don't think this is what people want from Square.
Okay, it's a showtime!
On bubbles? Launching champagne projectiles? Is the gaming industry just out of ideas at this point? This is kind of making me cringe. I mean, maybe it'll be good, but what alternate universe am I living in where Square makes this game? I don't... The timeline diverged somewhere, and I got lost somewhere else. NFT game, the game of NFTs. Purchase your NFTs for extra bubbles.
Ready for the Foam Star Party?
No. 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 The plucky squire.
Welcome to the land of Mojo. Here we find Jot, the plucky squire, and his friends, Violet, Thrash, and Pip. Our heroes protect the land from the villainous sorcerer, Humgrump. They adventure to the edges of their realm, and even beyond. There, Jot finds a whole new world to explore, with danger.
They must be saving all their first-party stuff
and
for, like,
attractively furnished
the
accommodation.
second half of the video.
Our heroes must battle Humgrump across the two realms if they are to save their beloved land from his diabolical designs. Off the page and into adventure.
The plucky squire. I will say though, they've shown a lot of games already and we're only 22 minutes in. Just half the stuff that they're showing, like, would make sense on a state of play. I'm surprised there's so much of that. You know, I expected some of that. It's like either they made a mistake with the pacing of this, put too much filler in the front half. Hey, Just Country, welcome back. Either they put too much filler in the front half of this showcase, or they don't have enough big stuff to show. I can't think that they don't have enough big stuff to show. That wouldn't make sense to me. The only possible thing I can think of to really explain it is, like, they haven't really showed anything first party yet, other than the very first video coming from Haven Studios, which they recently had acquired. So maybe there's just going to be a whole block of first party, and they're getting all of this out first before they get into that. I mean, they might be. Maybe they've been bought. There have been a lot of rumors going around that Square Enix might be purchased by Sony. Jurassic Park, the video game. Oh God, that's what, an anaconda and an alligator? Oh, it is! It's Metal Gear Solid 3! You bastards! You got me! I'm so excited! Oh, you guys don't understand how much I like the Metal Gear games.
With darkness and silence through the night.
Wait, triangle?
What a thrill. I'm searching and I'll melt.
Dude, I'm so pumped! It's the remake. It's real. It's coming. I didn't really like Metal Gear Solid 5 very much. Ooh, there's a Master Collection as well. Interesting. They've been outsourcing their IPs lately. It's just like free money for them if they don't have to worry about doing the work. They've been letting other studios make their games. I think Castlevania's coming too, Finn. This game looks kind of wild. Graphics are nutty. What is this? Of what was that? Gazba?
The blind march is on.
My prediction is
These people live with a knife to their throat.
Final Fantasy 16 demo drops right now.
But you're helping us already.
We
It
never
looks so
asked
good,
to be
guys.
saved. Did you think we'd thank you? They'll never forgive us. We're all marked now.
Every time you show your faces, it is we who suffer.
Not so sharp. You better hope so.
Crystals take more than they give.
You mean to tell me that the mother crystals are the reason the world is dying?
To hell with talking. If they won't give us a say, we'll decide our fates another way. Are you with me?
I have 100% faith in the story and characters of this game.
Tell me true. Do you believe what I'm about to do is wrong?
I was forced to kill. You do it by choice.
They don't believe in me. They believe in the powers the dominant.
You can't blame a man for wanting to bring an end to all this, can you?
Ever led astray by your blind resolve.
And thus is the light of hope severed. We don't need your salvation. We'll save ourselves, and we'll do it on our own terms. Come to me, Ifrit!
Who are we? What are the dominants? We are but mighty acts of God.
Enough of this. I use my talents to my advantage, and you would tell me there is shame in that?
We shared a dream. I would be the king of the world. The darkness has taken hold of you.
It's going to be very Game of Thrones.
Forget yourself.
There's a lot of swearing, a lot of blood, mature themes,
I made a promise.
sexual situations.
And it is they who will give me the strength.
That's what I've heard from the
your
previews
reign.
at least.
Your efforts will avail us naught. We fight. We survive. We endure. We don't need a reason.
excited about the combat too. Because, like, don't get me wrong, I do miss turn-based combat. But if they are going to do action-based combat, it has to be good. And this looks amazing. They got the lead combat creator from Devil May Cry 5, to be in charge of the combat and build the combat system from the ground up. I think it's going to be insane. I do hope we still get a turn-based game someday. Again.
I'm trapped here. In this.
But that doesn't mean
nightmare.
This won't be amazing, you know?
I write to escape. Every word is a step forward.
Is this Alan Wake 2? I think it is.
Darkness.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley.
The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale.
So you knew Al Victim?
Only the rumors. He was chasing a writer.
Someone knew they were here. Was playing a game with them.
Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us.
We were all trapped in a horror story. The horror story wanted us dead.
Oh, this is gonna be so sick. For those who don't know, Alan Wake 2 is gonna be a true survival horror title.
There's something I'm forgetting.
It's the first time the developers Remedy have ever actually made a true survival horror title.
Easy now. First things first. What's your name?
Oh yeah. Oh, October 17th, baby. I'm down. Dude, that game's gonna be so sick. I even liked Control by them, which takes place in the Alan Wake universe. I didn't really like the combat very much. It was very kind of floaty. Wasn't really my cup of tea.
Hidden one.
But the atmosphere and the story were so good that it didn't matter. This is the next, what, Assassin's Creed? I mean, it looks a lot better than older Assassin's Creed. The problem is all those games feel like it's the same thing over and over again as far as the what you're doing. And they feel like there's a lot of busy work too,
We need to
you know?
find a way to get you inside without being seen. You could bribe the guards to look the other way.
So they've never really
I
been
shall
my
see
thing.
what flavor best
These
suits
Assassin's
me.
Creed games. Assassin's Creed games. But it looks really good. From an aesthetic point of view.
Embrace the fear. Quiet it. Find the stillness. And let's go.
Yeah, I'm with you, Halo Spades. Assassin's Creed franchise just got to rinse and repeat.
We will be watching.
I feel like it's an IP that has the potential to come back and be amazing again someday. But they'd have to really do something special. Not just keep copy and pasting the same formula, you know? I agree, Orange. That does look interesting. What is this? Revenant Hill. Still can't believe Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake is real. Although it didn't say Metal Gear Solid 3, it said Metal Gear Solid Triangle. Snake Eater. I don't know what that means. It's a Neville game. This looks pretty cool. Yeah, but still Avalanche. There's got to be a reason for making the triangle instead of the number 3. That's a very obvious and distinct difference. So there has to be some meaning behind that.
Let's heat it up!
It's time.
Get him, guys! Our back!
Great sight, Griddle!
Tempest Blade!
I take you!
Seize the dead! Showtime! Gale Burst!
Is this that game that we've been waiting like eons for? And they put out a... Yeah, Grand Blue Fantasy. They put out a fighting game. They announced this game, and then later on they announced a fighting game in the same universe. They actually put out the fighting game, and still we don't have the original game they announced. But that one looks good. I'm interested in trying that.
I've crossed paths with many during my journey for true strength.
True strength.
I've also met my share of enemies.
Yeah, it's Street Fighter 6.
I had to overcome. My journey knows no end. I will continue to do what I have always done.
Yeah, I know the original Grand Blue is a mobile gacha. But the AAA JRPG...
You said you were seeking strength.
Relink was the first one that caught my eye, and I was really excited about it. It's just been forever since they announced that game.
He was set up.
Street Fighter 6. I'm not much of a fighting game fan, but even I admit that this game looks piques my interest.
A monster like that.
Every now and then I can get really into a fighting game, but it's few and far between.
It's probably worth looking into this nice shawl business.
That power seemed to be the
I am liking Candy's new look, not gonna lie.
Simply a trick of the senses.
Bison, he attempted to set the world under his heel through violence. A veritable madman.
When you go looking for strength, it's not like a game. This journey doesn't have a real ending.
Street Fighter 6.
Pre-order now. Out in a week. I am surprised they didn't just drop a Final Fantasy 16 demo today. Be the perfect time for it. It'd be a cool pop too. Is this a Metroidvania? Looks very guacamole. Ultros. Alright. It might be a little too hokey for my tastes, I'm not sure. But I do love Metroidvania games. Some of my favorite games are in that category. Looked like Neon Genesis Evangelion at first. Kinda looks like Asuka. No, can't be. It's been a long time since I've seen that, so I'm probably completely wrong. Oh, is this that new sci-fi game from the guys that did, what's that game called? The gacha game. The anime RPG gacha game. The big one. A bunch of my buddies play it. I forget what it's called off the top of my head. Yeah, Genshin. Supposedly the developers of Genshin Impact are making a new sci-fi game that was basically just like Genshin Impact, but a completely different IP in sci-fi instead of I mean, it does look kind of interesting. Tower of Fantasy. Okay. I'm not convinced it's a game for me, but I'm also not convinced it isn't. Is this Dragon's Dogma 2? Are we getting Dragon's Dogma 2? Oh my god! Let's go!
You do not remember.
I've waited so long for this game.
Protected me from the dragon's flames.
You need only believe in your own destiny.
Capcom
That begs
is the best dev ever.
If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true Arisen? Empress Nadinia's life is in your hands, Sir Arisen.
Praise be, for only the Sovereign's guidance can lead us true. Long live the Sovereign evermore!
I'm so excited. It's so Dragon's Dogma 2. They didn't just take the IP and make something else with it, you know? It looks so Dragon's Dogma. The pawn system has to be back, right? But the real question is, are they gonna add co-op?
That is most
I always wanted co-op, where I could use one of my pawns and a buddy could use one of theirs. They could travel together as a 4-person team. Crossing my fingers.
Welcome back for another week of career fulfillment and minimal social interaction. We know how challenging it can be to find a place where you feel that you truly belong, and to find a job that treats you mostly with respect and only infrequently with contempt. For that reason, we are excited to inform you that you did an adequate enough job the first time around to have you back.
Is this Five Nights at Freddy's? No. Is this the new BioShock?
Also, there were no other applicants. So strap yourself in and get motivated to an appropriate degree. Because you ain't seen nothing yet.
Okay, it is Five Nights at Freddy's. Help Wanted 2. Interesting. Kiddos love that game, so let them have it. Alright, moving on to VR. Village in VR. Excited for that. Someday I'll own this.
How far could he have gone?
When I'm not poor. It's the first time I haven't bought Sony hardware at launch. It was PSVR 2. But I've been pouring all my money into the channels, so gotta do what you gotta do. Oh wait, this is Resident Evil 4 VR, right? Because Village VR, I think, might already be out. Yeah, this is 4 in VR. That's actually kind of sick. Looks like it translates pretty well. When's it come out? In development. They're not gonna say. That means not this year. Unfortunately.
Oh, forgive me, Father, for I've sinned. Like, a lot. You see, everything started 2 years ago when I met Fred. And ever since then, it's like I see his face everywhere. And lately, I've started to develop some destructive tendencies.
What is this? Whoosh! The graphics are really good for a VR game.
But what's a bit of harmless fun? Hello, uglies. Blah, 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 blah. And since I met my new best friend, I guess I get a little overprotective.
I mean, it looks kind of cool.
Okay, very overprotective.
If I had the VR too, I'd probably
I'd
give
love to
this a
sit
whirl.
here all day and chew your ear off.
As long as it's
I'll
not
be
a
right
$70
out, boy.
game.
But as you know, time waits for no man. Catch you later, Fred.
Or maybe even if it is a $70 game, but I'd have to watch, I'd have to see some reviews and stuff first. Oh, Arizona Sunshine 2?
Woo!
Really?
Looks like today's gonna be a scorcher.
Wow. Looks way better than the first one. First one was kind of a, I don't want to say shovelware. We'll call it double A. VR shooter. Looks fine. Seems likely it's just a normal Call of Duty style multiplayer shooter, right? In VR. Which, I mean, there's definitely a market for that. That's not the kind of game that I'd be hyped to play. But you probably need that on the hardware. Something like it.
The target is Colonel Peter Conrad. He was one of ours.
Not Peter.
He went rogue. We intercepted comms chatter referring to neurosynaptic tech, but they've gone dark. I don't have to remind you what's at stake here. We need that intel by any means necessary. It's connected to a mind synchronization device. This is cutting-edge interrogation tech. We're out of time and out of options. We've got to go in.
This looks interesting. No idea what it is.
Ah, yet another lamb to the slaughter. Well, come on then. Let's see what you're made of. Impressive. I'll admit, you made a good team on the battlefield. But don't forget,
interesting.
This is my mind, my war, my rules.
I need you to focus. The clock is ticking. You have to adapt.
Back again? Pathetic! Your heroics mean nothing!
You're getting close. You're approaching the center of his subconscious.
You think you're a threat to me? I'll never talk! They'll never break me!
Synapse. Alright. These days, there needs to be more to a game than just shoot and kill things to really grab my attention. There's too many games that have so much more than that I just don't have time for games that are just the entire gameplay experience, the entire gameplay loop is just shoot the things and kill the things. It's got to be a part of a bigger whole. Beat Saber is a necessity on VR, of course. Not a surprise, though. They really need a big... one of their big IPs, another one in addition to Horizon, and then they need to announce Half-Life Alyx. That's what they need for VR2 to really take off. Both those things. If they're able to do both those things within a reasonable time frame, VR2 will really start to take off. What is this? This is. Might be. Oh, it did. It said Bungie. So it's Bungie's new IP? Whoa, that has me interested. They brought back Marathon? Like, for real? Bungie's making a new Marathon game. Are you crazy? Oh my god. For those who don't know, Marathon is the game they made before they made Halo. It's like their first big game. This must be a Destiny.
I don't even know where to begin.
Yep.
You've missed so much.
That's true. I haven't played the last 2 expansions.
We've slain gods. Vanquished nightmares.
I do like Destiny, though.
Fought alongside those who we once fought against. I wish you could have been there.
It's Cade? Is Cade back?
Yeah, me too, kiddo.
Ah! Cade is back!
I'm here now.
Let's go!
Wherever the hell here is.
The final shape. And there's a Destiny showcase coming on August 22nd. So it's probably going to be the last expansion before they do a proper Destiny 3. I can't believe Cade is back. That makes me so happy. I didn't think it would ever happen.
Contract site coming up. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3. Gunners, here we go.
No idea what that is. Absolutely no idea. We need more. We need factions. We need Spider-Man 2 at the very least.
The best Gran Turismo players in the world will compete for a place in racing history.
Gran Turismo, the movie. What do you mean, oh, how the mighty has fallen? Yeah, this is the movie. Could be a good movie. I mean, I'm not excited for it. But I mean, there have been other racing movies I haven't been excited for and turned out to be really good movies, like Ford v Ferrari.
Thank you for joining us today. Before we get into our final game, I have a few announcements to share. At PlayStation, innovation is our passion. And that applies to not just what games you play, but how you play them. Later this year, we will launch a dedicated device that enables you to stream any game from your PS5 console using remote play over Wi-Fi. Internally known as Project Q, it has an 8-inch HD screen and all of the buttons and features of the DualSense wireless controller. We look forward to sharing more information in the near future. I'm also pleased to reveal our first ever PlayStation earbuds, which will bring next generation audio immersion to PS5 and PC. They simultaneously connect to smartphones via Bluetooth. New wireless technology will deliver lossless audio with low latency, giving you outstanding sound quality while you're playing. Look out for more details soon. We hope today's showcase demonstrates our continued commitment to delivering experiences that surprise and delight our players. I want to thank all of you for your unwavering support for PlayStation.
Alright, Spider-Man, let's go. Or is it factions? They've gotta show Spider-Man, right? Kraven the Hunter?
Slow in your old age, Sergei. A fate you will not share.
Yeah, it's Kraven.
I've been in your shadow for hours, but you sense nothing. Pathetic. I asked for an equal, and this is what you find.
Sir, perhaps a new hunting ground.
Manhattan. Hunting all the superheroes and supervillains.
Light the fires. The great hunt begins.
Alright, it's an interesting setup. I like it. They're gonna need more than just that. But very cool. Six months later.
Lizard sighted in Queens. Closing in now.
Cover the door. The beast could be anywhere.
Oh god.
You have no idea.
Alright.
This whole lizard hunt ends
Venom
now.
suit Spider-Man.
Leave Connors alone!
Leave Connors alone. Jesus.
Craven wants a hunt, I'll give him one he'll never forget!
It's a bit aggressive, Spider-Man.
Never came to New York!
Nice. All the environments are way more interactive in the combat.
Stand by and wait orders. Satellite scanning all active feeds.
This looks sick.
Triangulating position. Target located at Harlem Fish Market. All teams converge.
Lizards across the river. I'm not gonna make it in time.
Switch to Miles.
Miles, the hunters tracked Connors to the Harlem Fish Market.
Lizard. I'm on it. Sounds like Craven's checking off his...
We don't have much time. Move.
Guess we'll chat later?
Alright, so it's like Grand Theft Auto 5. Miles and Peter will be in different areas doing different things, and you can
Must be sushi night. You still got that hunter drone you hijacked?
swap back and forth
tough
between
hiding it
them.
from my mom, but yeah, I'll boot up and see you there. They got here fast. Can't let him find Connors, or he's done for.
Ah, nice.
Spread out. If you find the lizard, don't engage alone.
Seems like there's a lot of new things
Look at
that
those fish.
create interesting new play patterns. Whether it be gadgets or mechanics or whatever.
So, how's the hunt going?
Watch out for his new powers!
Nice.
Judging by the 3 tons of dead fish, not well. All right. Where are you, Connors? Garage might lead to him. Connors tore through this place. He's out of control.
I like how the camera seamlessly zooms in or zooms out, depending on where you are and what you're doing. It's more atmospheric and immersive. When you're fighting, it's more zoomed out, and when you're exploring like this, it kind of zooms in and gives you that more intense, immersive feel.
Where am I now?
An aquarium?
How'd you find me?
Follow the fish. Drone's picking up Lizard's trail.
He's still eating. We can catch him off guard. Genki, get behind me. It's just his skin.
Doesn't that mean he's getting bigger?
Hungrier too. Whoa. Hey, man. New threats?
The building's swarming with hunters. Any sign of Connors?
Yeah. Genki's tracking him.
Hey, Mr. Parker. Mr. Spider-Man, I mean.
But the date isn't complete.
Okay, I think I got a lock.
Genki, wait! Be chill! That wasn't me.
Me neither.
I don't even have a stomach, so...
Oh, jeez. Here he comes. Now are we gonna see a different side of the pair mechanics where they fight together?
Go, go, go! Take him alive!
Can't lose Connors. Harry's dying.
Does look pretty.
He's the only one who can help.
We won't! You take the drones, I got the jet skis. Cool if I borrow this?
You can see Peter up above you taking out the
really
drones.
exciting. Keep it tight, man. Watch out for those drones.
Don't worry. They think I'm a friendly.
It's so sick. I love that you can just see Peter doing his thing in the background. Because they have to be very careful about how they implement two characters at the same time, right?
The East River is not a river, but in fact a saltwater tidal.
It has to be compelling. It can't just...
right now. Everybody down!
They both have to be involved
Help the
in
tour
compelling
boat!
ways.
Right! I've got the metal murder bird! I warned you about going after Connors. Now this is on you.
He's definitely angry.
Poison clouds. That all you got?
Symbiote Spider-Man is becoming corrupted for sure.
Civilians are all safe. How you looking?
This gunship won't quit.
I'm right behind you. We'll take it down together.
No time. I got you. Time to go boom, boys!
Oh, no! Spider-Man has got defenses!
Oh boy.
Spider-Man, hang on!
Over there! Whoever the Kendrick! Move!
Oh god, there's the lizard. And it's huge now. That's awesome.
Grab on! Let's go! He's right behind you!
I know!
Whoa! Ski faster!
Fly faster!
Lots of cool set pieces, which is kind of what I want from a game like this. If I'm being completely honest. I don't spend a lot of time in the open world doing side quests and stuff. I stick to the most compelling content typically. Set pieces work to break things up really well.
Look out! Everyone, take cover!
What are you guys doing?
Trying to take out that gunship! Can't get close enough!
But I can! I'm one of them, remember?
Bro, that's it! Pete! Alley-oop on 3!
Fine!
Very cinematic.
1, 2, 3! Alley!
Oh man. Production values are really good.
He got away from us. It's good, Pete. I saved the tracker. Let's go, man, before he gets too far.
No. He's mine.
You sure? He's got big teeth.
So do I.
Oh jeez.
He's not normally like that, right?
No. He's never like that.
Oh boy. Looks really, really good. Not gonna lie. So, Bungie's going back to Marathon.
Praise be.
Dragon's Dogma 2.
It's time.
Contract site coming up.
Snake Eater remake, new Assassin's Creed. Alan Wake 2 is probably the thing I'm the most hyped. Well, Snake Eater remake's probably the thing I'm most hyped about. But Alan Wake 2, looking as good as it does, and coming out in October, is pretty huge to me. This game looked amazing as well. Can't believe we're getting Snake Eater.
Made of.
Everything started when I met Fred.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
And Helldivers too. That game looks rad as well. And the new Haven game. Jury's still out on that one. It looks like it's going to be good. I just don't know if it's for me. But it looks like it's probably going to be something special for people that like those games for sure.
Blah, 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 blah.
There was a little bit more of the, what I would call like the filler stuff. The indies than I would expect on this. They were hyping this up to be their big PlayStation showcase. And there were some games in there that felt more like they belonged in a normal state of play. The biggest surprises we got were old games, right? Marathon and Snake Eater were absolutely the biggest surprises that we got in the entire event. And both of those are basically remakes of old games. I was so sure they'd show off factions and they didn't. I was so sure they'd at least show a brand new IP with a teaser. And I was really surprised we didn't see anything from Wolverine at all. Even though I knew going in the focus would be on Spider-Man 2. It feels weird to me to announce that game 2 years ago and not give any update on it whatsoever after 2 years of radio silence at the big PlayStation event. The one big PlayStation event of the year, you know? But everything they showed looked really amazing. Spider-Man 2 looks gnarly. The team play mechanics look insane. I like that they're going with a Grand Theft Auto 5 sort of approach where, you know, Miles and Peter will be in different areas at different times, and you'll maybe go back and forth between them and see what's up with them. You'll have to switch to that, like, certain characters for certain story moments, but then there's also, that's balanced with situations where they'll be teaming up and they'll both be sort of interacting with each other and helping each other. And if they can keep that perfect balance of having both of those things, it could be really compelling. Surprised there's no co-op, but they've been saying forever there's not going to be co-op. I sort of thought that they were holding out, keeping it as a surprise, but it doesn't look like that's the case. But it does look like the way that they're going is going to be really compelling, and I don't think they could do it if they also included co-op, and really tie it to the story and the narrative as concretely as it seems like it's going to be tied. So that game looks great. But my standouts are, I'm super stoked about the Metal Gear Snake Eater remake. I'm super stoked about Alan Wake 2 looking as good as it does and coming out this October. I'm excited to see what Marathon's all about. I'm excited for the Destiny expansion and the fact that Cade's coming back. Dragon's Dogma 2 looks absolutely amazing. I'm stoked about that. What else? Helldivers 2 looked pretty fun. The new game from Haven looks like it's going to be something special. Some really cool stuff here. The thing is, like, we'll never get a new Metal Gear because of the situation with Konami and Kojima. And even if we did, like, Metal Gear Solid 5 wasn't that great. Mostly because of how Kojima was was being pushed by Konami to develop the game within a certain time frame and to include certain elements, and it got rushed. He didn't even get to really complete his story. The ending of that game had to kind of get rushed, and he didn't actually get to do the full story that he wanted to do before the game was released. I think the best we could ever get from Metal Gear would be a remake. You know? in this situation where Kojima has parted ways from Konami, the best we could absolutely hope for is a remake. Because at least all of the creative work is already done by Kojima, and it's not going to feel as bad as if it was a new entry in the franchise developed without Kojima. They can just, you know, all the creative work is there, and they can just give it a really, really nice new coat of paint and hopefully implement some more modern, up-to-date gaming mechanics and really just flesh out the world a bit more. And it could be something really, really special. So, yeah. Nostalgia? Sure, if that's what you want to call it. I call it just the only possible Metal Gear game I could be excited for ever. Although, I would prefer a Metal Gear Solid 1 remake. Metal Gear Solid 1 is one of my favorite games of all time. That game hit me hard when it first came out. Totally changed the way I think of games, so hopefully that's coming at some point. I'm sure it will if this one does well. But I'm wondering what that triangle is all about. Obviously, it's a triangle with 3 sides, so 3, but I think there's more to it than that. Part of me wonders if maybe it's a trilogy. And not the trilogy we would normally think of. I wonder if maybe they're taking Snake Eater and then the original Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake that were original Nintendo games and remaking those into one full story. Because those 3 games all take place back in the day, you know? And we've never really seen Metal Gear or Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake touched again. It's all been about Metal Gear Solid. And the story of Snake Eater kind of seamlessly flows into the story of Metal Gear 1. It sets up the character of Big Boss moving into that game. So I've always wanted to see something done with Metal Gear or Metal Gear 2, the old NES games. My first thought was they would be perfect for a movie. Because the Metal Gear Solid games are so cinematic as it is that it's kind of hard to do a movie and feel like it does it justice. There's too many ways to compare it and say, oh, it falls short here, it falls short there, because those games are already so cinematic. But because the old games, Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, were 8-bit and didn't have any cinematic aspects to them whatsoever, you could take those stories and develop them into movies, I think, pretty easily and in a pretty safe way with the fans. Actually do it justice. There's nothing to really point at and be like, oh, they didn't do this right, oh, they didn't do that right, oh, the voice doesn't sound right, or the character doesn't look right, or whatever, because it was all 8-bit, you know? So that was always my hope for those games, but the next best thing would be a really cool remake with the story, you know, linking up with Snake Eater. So it could possibly mean that, or it could mean something else we have no idea, which it's probably that. The chances that they're going to do Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake as a remake, as add-ons to the story of Snake Eater, is probably pretty slim. But that triangle's got to mean something. I'm very interested to know what the heck it means. Thanks so much for checking out my channel. We're working hard to get to 2,000 subscribers now because we blew right past 1,000. So make sure you like and subscribe. Also, if you'd like more magic deck text, that's somewhere over there. And if you'd like to see what else the channel's been up to lately, that's somewhere over there. Also, subscribe, circle below, do all the things.